My dear brothers and sisters, as we see today, small children, they play with such complicated games. They play with PlayStations and mobile phones and very complicated games that they play. But when we were in our growing years, I remember our games were so simple. Simple games we enjoyed playing. We played with stones, we played with pebbles, and one game we enjoyed playing was with magnets. You remember? We used to play with small magnets, and we loved to use those magnets to draw small pins, and we used to try to repel the magnets, attract the magnets, and we enjoyed playing with them. You know, there was once a teacher who was trying to explain about magnets to her little children in the primary class. And she told them about what a magnet does. And then she thought of putting the message deep within them. And she asked them, "My dear children, tell me, I am a 6-letter word. I begin with the letter M. I pick up things. Who am I?" And mostly all the children answered, not magnet, mother. I am a 6-letter word. I begin with the letter M, and I pick up things. Who am I? I am a mother. That's what the children replied, not magnet, mother. My dear brothers and sisters, it is so true. These children saw their mothers picking up things, and Mother Mary, whose feast we celebrate today, is no less. She loves us, her children, and every time we fall into sin, every time we fall down, Mother Mary lovingly picks us up. And my dear brothers and sisters, on the very first day of the new year, we celebrate Mother Mary's feast. The church remembers her on the very first day of the new year and celebrates the solemnity of Mary, Mother of God. This shows how important Mother Mary is for the church. The Greek word used is Theotokos. Theotokos means God bearer, the one who bears God. Mother Mary bears God, and she invites us to bear God in our lives because we are her loving children. My dear brothers and sisters, as we celebrate the solemnity of Mother Mary, sometimes this solemnity is overshadowed by New Year's Day. We speak about New Year's Day, but sometimes we don't remember and realize that it is the feast of Mother Mary, Mother of God. I will tell you a small incident that happened many centuries back. This was a 15th century incident that happened somewhere in the west of Spain. And I would like to recount this incident for you, my dear brothers and sisters. There was a very pious person by the name of Simon Vella. And Simon was sitting in the church and he was praying. One day as he was sitting in the church and praying, suddenly he sees a vision. He sees Mother Mary all surrounded by light. And Mother Mary tells him, "Simon, there is a statue of mine that is buried in the mountain ranges in Peña de France, that mountain range. I want you to go there and find my statue which is buried." So Simon Vella, he takes up this mission and he goes to search for this statue in the mountain range. For 5 years he is searching, but he cannot find that statue. 5 years. And he gets discouraged. But once when he was sleeping, Mother Mary again speaks to him in a dream and says, "Simon, do not sleep. Wake up. Go and find my statue which is buried there." Simon wakes up and he goes. 3 days and 3 nights he's going searching for that statue. And there he has a vision again. He sees Mother Mary with the child Jesus sitting in a corner, and Mother Mary points out to a place and says, "Simon, dig there." And Simon goes and he digs over there, and true enough, there was a statue of Mother Mary there. He takes that statue and he builds a small hermitage, a small chapel sort of over there, and people begin to come there. Many miracles are reported. Mother Mary points out, and Simon Vella unearths what was buried. The new year, my dear brothers and sisters, is given to each one of us to unearth what is buried within our lives, within our families. There are so many things that are buried, and just like Mother Mary pointed out to her statue that was buried, today she's pointing out to each one of us, pointing out to our families, pointing out to things that we have buried deep down. Let us look at our own lives. What are the things that we need to unearth? What are the things that we need to remove? Things that have got buried. First of all, prayer and devotion in our families. Have these things been buried by materialism, consumerism, love for material wealth? Once upon a time, there was so much of prayer happening in my life, prayer happening in my home. We used to get together and pray. But is it happening today? Or do I not find the time? Am I not able to give that time for my family? Prayer and devotion, are these things buried? Then this new year is an occasion for us to unearth it and begin this prayer and devotion again in our homes. In the second place, happiness and laughter. Just think of your family once upon a time. There was so much of happiness, there was so much of laughter. Where has it gone? I remember I was once in a community, a small community, and this chapel was in a place surrounded by many homes. All the people were around, and it was a lovely community. We used to laugh and joke at our dinner table. And sometimes people would come and ask us, "Father, what happened? You were not there yesterday." I said, "Why?" "No, we could not hear you all laughing and joking, so we thought maybe you all are not there." So much use people had got to hear us laugh and joke. My dear friends, maybe in our lives, in our families, all this laughter and happiness was there. But today, is this happiness and laughter buried in misunderstanding, in hopelessness? Is it all got buried down, and we are all with our own egos and misunderstanding that we no more have the time to sit and laugh together in our homes, in our families? Then this year, 2024, is the time to unearth that laughter and that happiness. The third thing, our gifts and talents. Are they buried, my dear friends? Are the gifts and talents buried today? I remember one home where I visited, and this person, he was very much low, very much depressed. And as I spoke to him, I realized that he knew to play music. And I asked him, I said, "What instrument do you play?" He said, "I play the keyboard." I said, "Where is your keyboard? Let me hear you play." He said, "Father, my keyboard is in the loft. I've kept it there." "Since how long?" "It's been there for many months, Father. I have just kept it there." "So don't you practice your instrument anymore?" He said, "No." Then I said, "Let us bring your keyboard down." He removed it from the loft, dusted it, and he started playing on it. And he promised me that he would practice every day. My dear friends, so much of talent, so much of gifts that we have, but are we just burying all this down in our lives and in our families? The fourth thing, my dear friends, love and togetherness that we once experienced in our homes. We were together. Is it lost today? And today, is this love and togetherness buried in unforgiveness? Something had happened, and now we cannot forgive one another. We are living under the same roof, but we cannot look at one another. Is it happening today, my dear friends? Let us look at ourselves. If love and togetherness has been buried, this is the new year. Mother Mary is showing us we need to unearth it. We need to remove this. The fifth thing, blessings. Are blessings buried deep down in our lives and in our families? And are they buried down with curses and hatred? At one point of time where we heard blessings in our home, today do we hear bad words and curses? My dear friends, today's first reading is a reminder for us. In the book of Numbers, the Lord is telling Moses, "Go and tell Aaron, bless the Israelites. Tell them that the Lord is blessing them." But today, instead of blessing others, do we tend to curse? Let us reflect on our own lives. Let us reflect on our families. And this new year, 2024, is given to us to unearth all these things that are buried deep down. The second place, my dear friends, this new year is given to us as an opportunity to change our lives to be better persons. We have, in many places, yesterday they had the old man, right? They had the old man, and they burnt him at night. And this is a tradition that they keep doing every year. You burn the new man as you usher in the new year. But just burning the old man, is it enough? You know, one of my friends, he actually sent me a photo this morning. And on that photo, he's with some old dress, some old shirt, tattered clothes, and he has put a caption there, I finally found the old man. I have finally found the old man. He's referring to himself. I finally found the old man. My dear friends, each one of us has got old in some way or the other. There are things that we need to change in our lives. And this new year is an opportunity given to each one of us to change something about our lives, to be better persons. As it is often said, each one of us is a work in progress. There is so much that we need to develop. There is so much that we need to change. And with God's blessings, with Mother Mary's help, definitely we can change, we can improve. So my dear brothers and sisters, as we celebrate New Year's Day, as we begin this new year, let us begin it on a new note. Let us strive to do our best during this year. Let us not be discouraged by what has happened last year, but let us look forward with hope. Let us look forward with trust in God's blessings for each one of us, knowing that the Lord is there to help us, to support us on our part. Let us give our best. And for this grace, let us pray during this Holy Eucharist.